Stadium in Austin, Texas is bursting with excited fans who've come to watch one exciting football game. And it's going to be a scorcher out here for today's game between the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. And here come the Longhorns. Hi and welcome everyone to another great college football game brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. I'm Brad Nessler with Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit. The Longhorns come out like they're just going to roll over this team. What do you think about that, Herbie?
Well, I think you're right. I think this one's going to be a blowout. Texas is going to dominate this football game, and they're going to do it with the running back. I mean, this guy is unstoppable. I expect a huge game for him in this game, Lee. I'm talking about 200 yards and 3 touchdowns at least.
Kirk, I agree with you 100%. Mississippi State is not going to be able to slow down this rushing attack, and I'm going to tell you why. That defensive line is going to get dominated up front, Kirk, and they're going to lose this one big.
Thanks, guys. Let's head down to the field. The two teams are lined up for the coin toss. Mississippi State has the ball teed up, and we're ready for kickoff. Decent kick, looks to be returnable. Hope fields it at the 2. They'll start this drive at the 19.
First and 10.
Texas sets up in the eye. On the ground, right side. Gets past the tackler. And he's taken down. The running back picks up a yard on the counter.
1 yard gain on the play.
It's second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 20. The Longhorns come out in the power eye. He drops back. Under heavy pressure. And they bring him down for a sack on the play. So the blitz frees up the lineman for a nice sack there. Third down, 15. Ball on their own 14. Texas comes out with an I formation. Back to pass. He steps up, lets it fly. Complete, and they tackle him. Great pass play.
This guy comes up with a great catch here. He's got good hands, and when he's on, there's no one in America that can catch him.
It's first and 10. Ball right around midfield. Bond with 3 wide receivers. And down he goes. The fullback rumbles ahead for about a yard.
1 yard gain on the play.
Second and 9 coming up here. Ball right around midfield from the gun. Bond set to go to the air. He throws it. He got it! And he's all the way down to the 11-yard line. Did you see how fast that kid is?
Barely. He was like a blur running past those defenders. That speed alone makes this guy a big-time receiver.
First and 10, and this is the 6th play of the drive. Power eye set. They'll throw on first down. Steps up in the pocket. That one could have been an interception. It's second down and 10 to go.
11-yard line.
Ball on the 11. They line up in an I. And they got him for a loss.
That time they came with the blitz and caused enough confusion up front, they were able to get to him.
So another third down upcoming for the offense. 6 DBs in the lineup. Drops back to pass. He's going left. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. And they do a good job at swatting that one away.
You're right, Brad. Excellent awareness by the defender to know where the football is and get his hand on it.
Fourth and 11. Ball on the 12-yard line.
Number 14 lined up for the field goal. This should be a chip shot. He gets it up. And it is good. Looks like they're ready for the kick.
Number 27 back deep to return.
Kicks it deep. Number 27 fields it in the end zone. First and 10. Ball on the 16. The Longhorns line up with 6 defensive backs. And he can't hang on to it.
Number 1, the intended receiver on the play. Second and 10.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 16. The Longhorns bring in the nickel package. Makes a move, and he's taken down. A pickup of 4 on the play.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball on their own 20. They come out in a nickel. Davidson options out, fakes a pitch, and down he goes at the 25-yard line. And he didn't get enough for the first.
Now, Brad, he's going to come up short here. The defense does a nice job of not allowing the ball carrier to get out into the open.
The special teams coach sends his punt team out on the field. Number 43 punts it, and it's a good one. Number 6 takes it to 28. And he got a few yards.
He got more than a few. That was a good return.
Good return and outstanding speed. He almost went all the way that time.
They'll get the ball here at the 43. The Longhorns set up in the gun. Draw play. And he's taken down. And the fullback comes up with a nice run.
This is just strength on strength right here. They give it to the fullback, and he powers his way for some good yardage and another first down.
Let's look at that one again. First and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. They come out with 3 wide receivers. On the ground, the tailback. Nothing doing. Tackled for a loss on the play.
Here the tailback had really nowhere to go. The defense does a good job of getting penetration, and they were able to wrap him up for a loss.
2nd and 11 coming up. Ball right around midfield. Texas lines up with 3 receivers. Bond on the option. Good move, and down he goes. They get about 4 on that keeper.
Gain of 4 on the play.
3rd down and 7. Ball on the 43-yard line. High formation here. He drops back. And now he's going to run. And he's taken down. The quarterback trying to make a play.
Well, he did a nice job of getting some yards there on the scramble, but he needs to learn to slide to avoid those big hits.
Controlling the line of scrimmage is crucial here. And down he goes at the 33. Well, he worked hard for those yards, Coach.
Yeah, Brad, this kid is a hard-nosed player. He gives that kind of effort every single play.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 33. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score, Texas 3, Mississippi State nothing. First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. The Bulldogs line up in a nickel back. They'll throw on 1st down. Incomplete pass. And an outstanding play defensively.
Yeah, he timed it perfectly and managed to get a hand in there to deflect the ball away.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. And this is the 7th play of the current drive. Number 32 lines up in a deep back, I formation. They'll give it off here. And he's taken down. That'll be a gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play.
Third and 5. Ball on the 28-yard line. Number 32 is the deep back as they line up in the I. Back to pass. Steps up across the middle, and that one's fallen incomplete. It looks like he overthrew him on that one.
I'll tell you, I think the quarterback got rid of that one too quickly, Kirk.
Well, Coach, you're right. They need to work on their timing a little bit more.
It looks like they're going to try for the long field goal.
Number 14 in to attempt the field goal.
The kick is up. And it sails through the uprights. And he's got to be happy about that kick.
Oh, no question. This kid is a solid kicker.
Number 14 is lined up to kick this one off.
27 back deep to return.
Kicks it off. Number 27 takes it at the 4. The defense did a nice job of shutting down this offense the last time they had the ball.
The offense was not clicking at all. Let's see if they're back on the same page.
They'll take over at the 22.
1st and 10.
Mississippi State comes out with 5 receivers. Davidson steps back to pass. He steps up, throws it to the outside. And it falls incomplete. They got some good pressure on him there.
Yeah, but don't forget the fact that nobody was open. That was good coverage, too.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 22. Single set backfield. Little handoff. He tries to spin, and down he goes. They get about 10 yards on that play.
Gain of 10 on the play.
Third down and short. Ball on their own 32. Mississippi State sets up in the I. Davidson fakes a handoff. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. They're really fortunate that wasn't intercepted.
Not a very smart decision by the quarterback. He had no shot at completing it.
Yeah, but that defender had a perfect shot at it. He just didn't catch it.
The drive stalls, and they'll have to punt it away. It's away, and it's a booming punt. Number 6 fields it at the 17. Takes off a tackle. A good return there, guys.
I'll tell you what, the blocking was tremendous on that play, Coach.
You're absolutely right. He made some good moves, but the blocking was solid.
They'll go to work at the 35. Texas lines up in the power I set. Drops back to pass. He's under some heat, and they get the sack. They put the pressure on, and it paid off.
Well, his protection just simply broke down, and if that continues, this quarterback's going to have a long day.
It's 2nd down and a long ways to go. Ball on their own 27. Mississippi State lines up in a dime defense here. Under pressure. And he's going to come up with a sack. They came with a blitz, and the lineman was able to come up with a big sack. Third down and long coming up here. Ball on the 21. The Bulldogs bring in their dime package. He drops back. Steps up in the pocket. Across the middle. And he's taken down at the 31. And Herbie, that was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, and what impresses me is the composure of this young quarterback. He made a great read, saw the open receiver, and delivered an almost perfect strike. Good-looking play.
And the punt team will come out. It's 4th down. Punts the ball away. Williams fields it at the 27. Spins upfield. He almost took that thing all the way.
Boy, that was nicely executed there, wasn't it, Coach?
Yo, Kirk, did you see the lane they created there? Was that a nice job or what?
They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive. And down he goes. A nice pickup of about 8 yards.
Gain of 8 on the play.
2nd and 2. Ball on the 37. Back to pass. Steps up. He's looking down the middle. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
Third and 2 coming up here. Ball on the 37-yard line. On the ground, up the middle. And he's taken down at the 37. And the halfback's got nowhere to go. Controlling the line of scrimmage is crucial here. They hand it off again. And down he goes at the 35. Well, they'll turn it over on downs. Did they have to go for it there?
Well, sometimes you got to take your chances. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
They'll set up shop at the 35-yard line from the gun. Drops back to pass. He steps up. There's a missed tackle. He takes off, and he's taken down. The Longhorns are going to take a timeout, and they've got 2 remaining. It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Ball on their own 38. Bond comes to the line with 3 wide. He drops back, steps up in the pocket, finds a man, and down he goes. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play, Kirk.
Well, that was an excellent route, and he did a great job of holding on to the football.
First and 10. Ball on the 41. The Longhorns come out in the shotgun. Bond options out to the left. And he's taken down. 2 yards there on the option keeper.
Gain of 2 on the play.
It's 2nd down and 8 to go. Ball on the 39-yard line. Mississippi State brings in the nickel here. And it's incomplete. And they're going to get somebody for interference on that play. Let's see who the call is on.
Pass interference on the defense. Spot foul, first
And they're
down.
just helping them out on this drive.
Which is the last thing you want to do. They need to maintain a level of focus on the field and stop getting these silly penalties.
First and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line. Texas comes to the line with 3 wide. Bond drops back to pass. Almost intercepted. And that was a good defensive play.
Yeah, guys, this is because he's in great position to make the play.
So it's 2nd and 10. This is the 5th play of this drive. Texas comes out in the shotgun. Back to pass. Looking. Throws this one out to the left. And it's caught. And down he goes at the 22. The Longhorns call for a timeout. And they'll have 1 timeout left. It's 3rd down and 7 to go. And this is the 6th play of the drive. The Bulldogs line up with 6 defensive backs. Bond back to pass. Over the middle. And he will score. The wideout makes a big catch there.
Hey, whenever you have a receiver who can make plays like that, you just want to get the ball in his hands and let him do the work.
Listen up, my friend. That was a tremendous throw by the quarterback, too. Don't forget about the guy slinging the ball all over the field out there.
And he hits the PAT. Less than a minute remains in the 2nd quarter, and our score is Texas 13, Mississippi State nothing. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Number 27, back deep to return.
Not a real deep kick, should be returned. Number 27 takes it at the 4. The offense heads out onto the field. In their last series, they opted to try and convert a 4th down, and they came up short. They'll get the ball here at the 20-yard line. Texas brings in their nickel package. They go with a pitch to the right. He spins around, and he's taken down. They get about 5 yards from the halfback.
5-yard gain on the play.
Second down and 5. Ball on their own 25. Mississippi State sets up in the I. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Our halftime score, Texas 13, Mississippi State nothing. Texas got the ball to start the game, so they'll be kicking off to start the second half. Nice kick, plenty of distance. Number 27 fields it in the end zone. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll take over at the 21.
21-yard line. First and 10.
And down he goes. The fullback bangs it in there for a gain of 6.
6 on the play.
Second and 4 coming up here. Ball on the 27-yard line. Fullback straight ahead. Gets the tackler. And he's taken down at the 34. That'll be a 7-yard pickup.
On the play. First and 10.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. And they got him for a loss. They came with a blitz that time and got to the tailback for the loss. Second and 11. Ball on their own 33. Mississippi State in a 4-wide set. And down he goes. 1 yard on the play.
1-yard gain on the play.
It's third down and 10. This is the 5th play of this drive. Davidson lines up with 5 wide out. Drops back to pass. Here they come. And he pulls it down. And he's taken down. Solid gain, guys, but short of the first down.
Yeah, that was a nice gain. Although it didn't get him the first down, it gives him a little bit more confidence in moving the football against this defense later on in the game.
Looks like they're going to punt it away here. Number 43 punts it, and it's a good one. Number 6 calls for the fair catch. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll start this drive at the 20-yard line. Bond is back in the gun. The coach can't like this. He spins, and down he goes at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
8 on the play.
Second and 2 coming up here. Ball on their own 28. They'll work from the shotgun. Bond set to go to the air. Wants to throw outside. And that one's fallen incomplete.
Number 4, the intended receiver on the play.
It's third down and 2 to go. Ball on the 28. Number 32 lines up in the deep back, I formation. Again, he'll get the call. Spinning. And he's taken down. About 8 yards there. First and 10. Ball on the 36. The Longhorns set up in the gun. Spin move. And he's going to lose yards on this one. Defensive end made a nice tackle there in the backfield. It's second down and a long ways to go. And this is the 5th play of the current drive. The Bulldogs bring in their dime package. Bond back to throw. Steps up, rifles it over the middle. It falls incomplete. Coach, he made a nice defensive play there.
He sure did. He just stuck his hand out and hit the football.
The offense faces another third down here as they line up. The Bulldogs line up with 6 defensive backs. Bond steps back to pass. Incomplete pass. Well, again, they can't hook up, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Receiver on the play. Fourth and long. Ball on the 30-yard line.
The Longhorns are lining up to punt it away. Number 13 gets it off. Williams fields it at the 30. So he managed to get a few yards on the run back.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Brad, with so much traffic in the middle there, it really makes it tough to break free.
They'll set up shop at the 37-yard line.
First and 10.
Pitch left. He tries to spin. He's got a lot of green. And down he goes at the 45-yard line. They grab 8 yards there. Second and 2 coming up here. Ball on the 45. Davidson comes to the line with 3 wide. And he's taken down. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Third down and short. Ball on their own 47. He's gobbled up in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line needs to do a better job up front of opening the hole for the running back.
They line up to punt this one away. Number 43 gets it off. Number 6 takes the 15. Not a whole lot on the return.
Well, I look at it this way. You didn't fumble, and you didn't lose yardage. What more could you ask for?
They'll go to work at the 20-yard line. Two tight ends here. They'll throw on first down. Pressure coming, and down he goes. That makes 4 sacks today.
This defensive front is tough, and they're really, I mean really fast, too.
Well, this speed is difficult to defend because you have to try to keep them off balance so they can't use their quickness.
It's second down, 15 to go. Ball on the 15. The Longhorns come out in the shotgun. Complete. Got an opening. At the 40. Down the sideline. And he's all the way down to the 49. Heck of a catch by the wideout to pick up a nice chunk of yardage.
This kid is a very special football player. He can make the catch over the middle in traffic, or he can take it the distance using his speed. He can do it all.
Texas lines up in the power I set. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And down he goes. A 5-yard pickup for the tailback.
5-yard gain on the play.
Second down and 5. Ball on the 44. Texas sets up in the I. On the ground with the tailback. And he's taken down at the 41-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry. It's third down and 2 to go. This is the 5th play of this drive. 2 tight ends here. Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
These guys right now are just helping out the opposition.
Yeah, and those mistakes drive a coach crazy. Lack of discipline on the field, hates it.
Third down and 7. Ball on the 46. Bond drops back to pass. He steps up, throws it out there. And they couldn't hook up on that one. He just let his wide out a little too much that time.
Fourth and 7. Ball on the 46-yard line.
And they're ready to punt this one away. Number 13 gets it off. Number 22 signals for a fair catch. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. They'll take over at the 20. The Bulldogs line up in an I formation. Here's the give. And down he goes at the 24. The fullback gains about 4 yards there. It's second down and 6 to go. Ball on the 24-yard line. Texas brings in the nickel here. Tries to juke. He's hit and got away. And he's taken down.
Davidson with the carry. 17-yard gain on the play.
Here's another look at that fantastic run. First and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. The Bulldogs come out in the ace formation. And down he goes. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Second and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 43-yard line. Texas comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. He lets it go. He goes up and gets it. The receiver found a hole in the zone and turned it into a first down.
No matter what type of defensive coverage you have, there are always going to be holes. The best thing you can do is make those holes small so the quarterback can't get the ball in there.
Davidson with 3 wide receivers. And he's taken down. The fullback rumbles ahead for about a yard.
1-yard gain on the play.
Inside handoff. And down he goes. A 1-yard gain on the play.
1-yard gain on the play.
The Bulldogs line up in an I formation. Steps up in the pocket. Got his man. Touchdown. And did that play ever develop nicely?
Well, it's all about the receiver on this play. He beat his man off the line and then ran a perfect route. All he had to do after that was make the catch.
And he tacks on the extra point. So with less than 2 to go in the fourth quarter, the score is Texas 13, Mississippi State 7. Mississippi State is lining up for the onside kick here. Here's the onside kick. So that onside might have been their last chance.
Well, you can't blame these guys for trying, but you never know. The other team could make a mistake.
They'll get the ball here at the 45.
5-yard line.
The Longhorns line up with 2 tight ends. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And he's taken down. Mississippi State calls a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. It's second down and 3 to go. Ball on the 38-yard line. They line up in the jumbo set. Inside give. Broke away from one. And he's still on his feet. And down he goes at the 28. The Bulldogs are going to take a timeout. That was their second timeout. Here's another look. First and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. The Longhorns line up in a goal line formation. They'll give it off here. And he's taken down. 4-yard gain by the back.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Second and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 24. Number 32 is the deep back as they line up in the I. Bond gives it up the middle. He jukes it. And down he goes. Mississippi State takes a timeout, and now they got no timeouts left. Congratulations to our players of the game. Brought to you by Old Spice. And they'll play it safe and take a knee. And he'll just kneel it here. Second down and 12. And this is the 6th play of the drive. They line up in an I. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And he's taken down. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
It's third down and 10. This is the 7th play of this drive. Texas is about ready to celebrate a big victory here. There's the kneel down by the quarterback. And that's the end of the ball game. Kirk, any final thoughts here?
I'm sad to see this one end because it was a great game to watch. Mississippi State played a good game out there, but they needed to make 1 or 2 more big plays, and they couldn't do it. Who knows? Another couple of minutes, and this one may have gone the other way.
That concludes another game of NCAA Football 2004. Our final score, Texas 13, Mississippi State 7. For Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler with our final goodbye. We'll catch you next time.